Right. So today is a new unit, ethical, legal and regulatory issues and professional responsibilities in IT. Yeah. So if you remember, we did something regarding the ethics in innovative technologies.
We briefly touched on that. Yeah,
and obviously, if we recall, then ethics in innovative technology and ethics in the conventional technology, they have a little bit difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember the idea behind it?
Yeah.
Can you explain to me?
Sorry, can you ask that question again?
Yeah. Like what we concluded into the previous, discussion regarding the ethics in innovative technologies.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, basically, it was if you have an idea, and you want to take it further, it's obviously got to be kind of approved first. It's got to be allowed. You can't just release something without getting it approved.
Yeah, those were basically the methods and the process. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, let me reply myself as well, and maybe you didn't get the question as well. Yeah. So
okay, yeah.
Basically, when you talk about the ethics, means the moral values which are associated, affected with the invention of the technology. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
More specifically, the ethics related or involvement into an innovative technology and a conventional technology, they have a slight variance.
Okay.
Then the reason the innovative technologies are still in making, we can say like.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we cannot say that their ethics and the practices, code of conduct is not in mature position. However, we can say at some point, if the technologies have become the standard, then some ethical and regulatories have become a kind of standard so far.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we can say that the ethics in IT, in the conventional technology, they are in a concrete form. Yeah. However, the ethics in the innovative or emerging technology could be said a kind of an abstraction, to some level.
Okay, yeah.
Because you don't know the many of the consequences in the future. That's the main difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
okay, I've got that. Yeah.
Got it now. Yeah. So you can quickly refer to the any ethics in the conventional technology. However, you will not be sure the ethics in the emerging technologies. There's a little bit topic of discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So coincidentally, the next unit we have selected today is related with the ethical, legal, and regulatory issues and professional responsibilities in IT. Yeah. So let us see what are the contents. So basically, the contents in the LO1, and let me read the unit aim first. Learners will develop the understanding of ethical, legal, and regulatory issues and professional responsibilities relating to working in IT. So ethics, and there are certain legal things, then law. So we will be covering into these steps.
Okay.
So LO1 says understand the ethical issues in IT. So normally we have to discuss the ethical issues, the practices, and the guidelines. Yeah.
Yeah.
like ethics explained, code of conduct and practices. And again, I'm sorry to say that the contents, of this these specifications are always repeating. Have you noticed?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm used to it now.
Yeah, you are used to now, and you understand. That what maximum we can do is, just look at, the uh, LO, and you can understand what is the main focus. And obviously, some of the critical assessment, the criteria. Yeah. So, like a few topics about which I could, decide for the session today is the issues and the practices. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, the third one is the issues related with the data mining. So, data mining is, means issues related with the data. Yeah. And the guidelines is again the practices in IT, and a little, touch with the organization. Yeah. So we
Okay. Yeah.
discuss, generally about the issues in the IT, and we can relate, for example, the scenario into an organization wise. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So these are the ends of the today's session. So now let's revise the ethics and IT. So each society forms a set of rules, yeah, that establishes the boundaries of generally accepted behavior. Yeah. So
Okay.
society is, the society we live in currently. Yeah. It has formed some set of rules. Yeah. It has some boundaries, accepted behaviors. For example, the driving rules. Yeah. The rules
Yeah.
of hospitals. Yeah. The rules of, the council. Yeah. The rules of the streets. So there is, some accepted behavior and some unaccepted behavior, isn't it?
Yeah.
For example, if you throw any garbage and litter, in the streets, that's not an accepted behavior?
No, you'll get a fine.
Yeah. So these are basically the society formed rules. So these rules are often expressed in statements about how people should behave, and they fit together to form a moral code by which a society lives. And ethics is a set of beliefs about right and wrong behavior. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you talk about the society, you think about certain rules, and when you say this is wrong and this is right, then you call it ethics.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
ethical behavior conforms to the generally accepted social norms, many of which are almost universal. Technology ethics. Tech ethics is the field of study that seeks to understand and resolves moral issues that surround the development and practical applications of technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the lines, I quoted from the previous session as well. Yeah. So
Okay.
the tech ethics focuses on subjects such as relationship between the technology and human values and well-being, the condition in which technological advances occur, and the social repercussions for technological advancements. Yeah. So
Okay.
we are dealing within the society and looking at whether something is wrong, whether something is right in the accepted social norms. Yeah, in the universal way. Okay. So
Okay. Yeah.
do you obviously you are working in an organization? Are you able to see the difference between the ethics and code of conduct?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the difference between?
The code of the code of conduct is basically what you kind of have to do, isn't it?
Okay. Basically, most of the time, the code of ethics and code of conduct is, interchangeably used as well as ambiguously, differentiated, right?
Okay.
Because some of the things, are, matching, but overall, you drive the code of conduct from the code of ethics.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have you can say that code of ethics is the superset, and code of conduct is the subset, and is specific to the organization.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So how? An inspirational document issued by the board of directors containing core ethical values, principles, and ideal for organizations. And the ideals of the organization is the code of ethics. However, the code of conduct is a directional document. Directional is like a specific. Inspirational is like a overall. Yeah. The is a whole document, which entertained as a whole and welcomed, and is a directional document containing specific practices and behavior that are followed or restricted under the organization is the code of conduct. Like the code of ethics is a superset and code of conduct is the subset. Is that clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So nature, the code of ethics would come to you in the general form, and you will be able to make it specific when it becomes the code of conduct.
Okay. Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scope is wide, scope is narrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Governs the decision making, like a rules for decision making, and in the code of conduct you take the actions.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So length, it says, this document says it's a short, but a code of conduct is comparatively longer because it would be sustaining into the organization.
Okay. Yeah.
There could be many senses, yeah, but obviously when it would be implemented, then it would be long lasting. Yeah. Then disclosure, the code of ethics is publicly disclosed, and code of conduct is disclosed to employees only. Do you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the policies, the internal policies regarding the employment, regarding the dealing with the customers, and certain hidden course of actions, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got loads of policies.
Sorry.
We've got lots of policies at work.
Yeah, lots of policies at the work, which
Yeah.
might be working like an exception, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting to know, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, a kind of manager, you are not only supposed to look at the ethics, but you need to look at the code of conduct as well,
Yeah. Absolutely.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it focuses on values or principle, and in the code of conduct, it matters about the compliance and rules. So, it really depends that how much do you comply with, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's interesting, even to know the differences. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's talk about the issues in the IT, current ethical issues in the IT. There aren't any more basically, but what I try to find among the major one are basically the privacy, ownership, control, accuracy, and security. Right?
Mm.
So ethical issues are related with privacy, ownership, control, accuracy, and security. These are, you can say that these are the keywords basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So in issues in IT they occur. Maybe after some time there could be some more possibilities, or there could be more concerns. But at the moment they fall into 5 of them. So how? privacy occurs, it is an ethical issue in IT. So how? So whatever the information you deal with, does the information's availability justify its use? Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah.
these are the issues. Yeah, and questions, because when you talk about the values, the moral values, the ethics, then it raises the questions that whether you are using it, do you have a right to use or not, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
For example, most of the time you get a call, I have been informed that you have involved into an accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, RTA, road accident, road traffic accidents, data is, I believe, it's a public, is it?
Yeah.
So, do you think that those who call you for the, accident claim, do they justify its use?
What do you mean when you say the use?
Okay, whenever there any road accident happens, yeah,
Yeah.
incident is uploaded into the RTA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for any purpose, maybe for the insurance purposes, yeah, that everybody should know, every insurer should know that what happened and blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens, the solicitors and the agents, they pick up the personal information and call, hello, Mr. Subro, and I have been informed that you have been involved into an accident and it was not your fault.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you ever receive this similar call?
I have. Yeah. I've had calls that are like that. Yeah, trying to get you to take out
Yeah.
insurance and other things like that.
Yeah. So basically, the privacy is, the justify its use. Yeah, is most important. Are
Yeah.
they literally, are they literally allowed to say this? I have been informed, that you have been informed, you have involved into an accident.
Yeah, they shouldn't really, because
Yeah.
they've looked that up themselves, haven't they?
Yeah. And normally, see their confidence. I have been informed, like they are like a police, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it was a kind of example. So privacy, they basically, break the privacy of someone. They try to enter someone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, next, how much effort and expense should managers incur in considering questions of data access and privacy? In considering the questions of data access and privacy. So probably like this, this information of the RTA, road accident, yeah,
Yeah.
they could handle it, isn't it? The
Yeah.
RTA, road traffic accident database, maybe they could spend more money on it and they could restrict its usage, isn't it? And access as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that this only the authorized persons, yeah, or the insurance companies, or maybe the government or anything else, they could look at into it, but they could restrict its access, is it, to access to their data. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So privacy is an issue in the IT basically. So you need to think about it. That's an issue. There
Yeah.
could be lots of examples, yeah, and
Yeah.
whether which data needs to be disclosed, which data becomes the property of your. Proper. One second.